Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next speakers, engineer Sammy Kong.
Thank you, Bosco. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sammy Kong from the Hong Kong and China Gas Company Limited, so-called Towngas. Today, I would like to share with you the hydrogen development from Towngas as a local utility company. To start with, I just have a simple introduction of the Towngas Group. I believe most of you are our customer, right? We start as a local city company as 163 years ago. At that time, we just as a gas lamp is our main business, main core business. In 1994, we started to enter the mainland market in mainland China. Up to now, we have over 300 numbers of JV of city gas company, and we are one of the biggest gas company in mainland China. Our branding in China is Gonghua, Jianghua. However, from 2021, you can see as a trend of energy transition, we have shifted our business focus from gas business to smart energy to green energy. We have built more than 20 numbers of zero carbon industrial park, which will utilize the energy storage, distribution energy, and energy management system to help the industrial park in China to achieve carbon zero. For PV panel, we have already installed over 3 gigawatts in mainland China. It's a very huge investment indeed. From 2022, we also entered the market for the greenfield market, especially for the transportation. Nowadays, I think we are one of the leading greenfield suppliers because for green methanol or for SAF production, we have already started our mass production in our factory. And I believe in the future for maritime business or for aviation fuel, because some countries has already mandated for the use of green energy. So it's a very confirmed market. For the land transportation, I believe most of you here will be agree that hydrogen may be one of the solutions for the future to decarbonize the transportation fuel regarding the carbon emission. So today I will share with you what Towngas will do about the hydrogen and the hydrogen initiative. Okay. As a gas engineer, when I first time heard about the hydrogen energy, it's around 10 to 15 years ago. At that time, Europe is starting to discussion about the hydrogen blending because they want to blend hydrogen into their natural gas pipeline to decarbonize the emission from the natural gas. However, in Hong Kong, we are very particular. Our gas supply to our customer is a synthetic gas, which is very hydrogen rich. We have more about 50% of our supply gas is hydrogen. So hydrogen blending is not required in Hong Kong. At the around 2021, as on our Dr. Low said this morning, in 2021, the government has published the Climate Action Plan 2050. One of the main aims is Hong Kong is to achieve the carbon neutrality before 2050. And there is a proposal that is to promote the trials of hydrogen fuel cell buses. This is the first time that I heard about hydrogen, and the direction is clear for the transportation. And in 2022 and 2023, and you can see our policy addressed by the government has confirmed to develop the strategy of hydrogen development in Hong Kong. And luckily, for last year, the government has already announced the strategy of hydrogen development in Hong Kong. And this year end, we hope that we have a legal basis for the hydrogen regulation. In 2024 is a very important year for the hydrogen economy in Hong Kong because in June, the government has announced the strategy of hydrogen development. I think the vision of the government is to help Hong Kong to overcome the bottlenecks in regulation, technology development, and application through the adoption of the four core strategy. Either is improving legislation, establishing standards, allowing the market, and advancing with the prudence. These strategies would enable Hong Kong to grasp the opportunities arising from the future development of hydrogen energy production and application technologies and expanding the low carbon transformation in Hong Kong. I think the most important strategy is the improving legislation and establishing the standards. At present, a comprehensive set of regulation, either the Gas Safety Ordinance, GSO, CAP 51, has been established to regulate the importation, manufacture, storage, transport, supply, and the use of gas, including Towngas, natural gas, and LPG, for the purpose of ensuring safety. Is it proposed to amend the definition of gas under the GSO to include hydrogen, which is used or intended to be used as fuel? And it can introduce the new subsidiary legislation specifically for regulating hydrogen use as fuel. Another important thing is to establish the standards. Because the industrial chain of the hydrogen technology involves multiple aspects, including the hydrogen supply, storage, transportation, and application. It is necessary to establish comprehensive safety standards, or COP, suitable to Hong Kong urban development and natural geographic environment to ensure that the hydrogen energy industry meets the safety requirement and provide the industry with the necessary safety guidelines. So this strategy has, you can say, enhanced our impetus from the Towngas to contribute in the hydrogen economy in Hong Kong. To respond to this hydrogen development strategy, Towngas has developed different hydrogen plans in order to respond to the development of hydrogen in Hong Kong. For production, we are thinking about the hydrogen extraction from a pipeline. Moreover, we also have a research or some pilot projects on the production of landfill gas from hydrogen production from landfill gas. And also we are studying the hydrogen production from waste. It's very important in Hong Kong because, you know, Hong Kong is a small city, and how we can provide hydrogen by our own self is an important issue. For the distribution, we have, of course, as a gas engineer, we are very familiar of the pipeline, and definitely is have certain advantage for deliver hydrogen through the pipeline. But we also have some ideas on the other distribution methods, like another speaker, Li Zhong, say the solid state hydrogen storage is another kind of effective means for the distribution. Of course, liquid hydrogen is another one option. Towngas has get some research team on this kind of technical, and maybe we can invest in the future for this kind of product. For utilization, you know, Towngas a great numbers of trunks, and we are studying to use hydrogen fuel cell vehicles in our fleet. Of course, for another utilization is about remote power generation. We are studying, developing projects that can be use hydrogen for EV charging or for the power generation on construction site. In the meantime, up to April this year, there are totally 26 numbers of hydrogen trial projects, which is already examined and given a green principle by the Interdepartmental Working Group on using hydrogen as fuel. And among the 26 projects, Towngas and our partners has already submitted 6 projects so far, and 2 numbers of projects are already completed. You can see from the trial projects, the projects cover all the hydrogen value chain from hydrogen production, distribution, and utilization. For the next few slides, I will share with you more about this project. And first of all, I would like to introduce what is the concept of hydrogen supply as, for Towngas as a hydrogen initiative. As I said before, we are supplying the synthetic gas, so-called Towngas, to our customer in Hong Kong. And you can see the composition is already containing 50% of hydrogen. With our extensive distribution network, if you have a hydrogen demand, what we are thinking is just to extend our network to your site, and then we use the extraction methodology, pressure swing absorption technology, to extract the hydrogen from our network. I think it's the most reliable, fastest way, and safety for deliver hydrogen in a crowded big city in Hong Kong. And the most important is the infrastructure is already here. We do not need any new investment. For our existing capacity, we can provide 34 tons of hydrogen per day. I think it's well enough for the initial stage of hydrogen economy in Hong Kong. So, one of our projects, number 3, is to examine the feasibility of the hydrogen extraction. Is it okay or not? So, in our type of gas plant, we have installed the first hydrogen extraction system, and the result is very satisfactory. Many engineers, many government officials, university lecturer, and students come to the site and realize that it is a real one, not just in the paper, on the paper. We can just simply install a device to extract hydrogen from the Towngas, and the hydrogen can be used for fuel cell or other ways. But we are not stopped here. There is another project which is a very meaningful project, because in Hong Kong, the renewable energy resources is very limited, right? However, we have a lot of garbage every day. We got over 3,000 number tons of food waste, and nowadays we just put it in the landfill. This project, we will partnership with Veolia, and we will make use of the abundant landfill gas at night, and then we transform it to the green hydrogen. Because the landfill gas is mainly methane, so we just still use the process of steam reforming of methane, and then we can get the hydrogen. The meaningful of this project is, as landfill is the renewable energy in Hong Kong, so, and the power input within the site is using the renewable energy landfill by the gas generator. So I can say this project, the product, hydrogen, is 100% green. It's very meaningful in Hong Kong, a busy city with no many resources in energy. This project will be completed around the first quarter next year, and is also, you can notice, it's a small amount because we just want to test, is it feasible to do this? Don't forget, we have 3 giant landfill sites in Hong Kong. If this project success, I think we can extend this application to other landfill sites. Another, how about utilization? In Hong Kong, we have already get the first hydrogen double-decker bus, and the government has already purchase filaments of hydrogen sweeping chunks. For the transportation, I think the market will test the fuel cell. Is it a fuel cell vehicle, whether it's feasible, suitable for Hong Kong? But Towngas want to more. We want to test out how about utilizing the fuel cell for power generation. So in our idea, we have tested out that how about the hydrogen fuel cell for EV charging, or how about the power generation at the construction site. So this is another project we have completed. It's a sport cup in cyclone, and you can see there's 3 containers at the bottom of the slide. The first container is the one we call the pressure swing absorption technology container. It used to separate the hydrogen from the Towngas. Okay. For the container 2, contains a fuel cell inside, and the hydrogen generated by the container 1 will enter to the container 2 through the fuel cell and generate electricity for the EV charging. As I said, the hydrogen is separate from the Towngas, so the residual composition, like the methane, like the CO2, they still have the heat value. So at this project, we utilize this heat value residual gas and use a gas generator to form a combined heat and power system to generate more electricity for the site for EV charging. And we utilize the waste heat from the gas generator for heat recovery for the hot water usage. You know, there is a sport park, they have a hot water demand. So to enhance the overall efficiency. This is another project that completed with meaningful because we can prove that hydrogen is one of the options to solve the problem because in some remote area they still have some demand for the EV charging, or maybe it can use as a remote power supply for some temporary power supply. We can still use this kind of methodology to solve the problem. And this one is just a bigger one against the last project. In the Hong Kong Science Park, we will build a similar system, but this system is open for public. And later, June this month, we will sign the contract with Science Park, and we will build a hydrogen power charging. It can be used for 5 charging EV car. So if you are an EV driver and you will visit Science Park for lunch, for dinner, welcome to use this kind of hydrogen fuel cell charging. I think it is seldom in the world right now. Okay. On the other hand, we also want to developing the hydrogen power generation for construction site. In Hong Kong, every day, there are over 1,000 numbers of working construction sites. Some sites maybe have permanent power supply, but some do not. So they're using diesel generator, but in the carbon emission, accounting for carbon emission, the diesel may be one of the main concern for the construction main contractor because they have to write their ESG report and they want to find some methodology that can be reduce the carbon emission. So some will use the power bank. Some may be willing to try the new things. Maybe our fuel cell is one of the options. We will developing our fuel cell with one of our supplier, one of our equipment supplier, and for the construction site. Okay, you can see it is easy to deliver in the working site. It is a model of 120 kilowatt fuel cell model, and we target to push to the market next year. Lastly, I want to share with you for Towngas, our core business for the gas supply, how hydrogen can help Towngas. Before I have set the application, but For Towngas, we are thinking, because as synthetic gas, we are using the natural gas and the lava for our feedstock. But also we are thinking to use of green energy fuel. You can see from 2025, we are studying to use the green energy, maybe hydrogen, maybe methanol or other renewable energy to make our Towngas, because we want to echo the government action to achieving the carbon neutrality before 2050. We hope hydrogen can play a major role in our high gas decarbonization roadmap. In my last slide, I want to share with you how determined Towngas will want to do to make the world green. We have held the first smart energy competition in the world, Terra Award. This year is the fourth year competition. And you can see we received so many proposals, so many innovation proposals from the world. For the 2023, we received more than 450 submissions from 59 countries. And you can see the first award is very attractive because it is a cash of US 1 million. But what Towngas will like to do is we would like to provide many scenarios that can suit your innovation. I sincerely invite all of the inventors for green energy, for smart energy, to submit your idea, your proposal, your product to this award. And let's just join hands and make the world greener. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.